Hey y'all, we are at 38 weeks and 4 days technically today. So we had our 38-week appointment yesterday with my OB, and it was great, as they've all been, which is so nice and a good thing, obviously. And she checked me, so she did a cervical examination. I'm 2 centimeters dilated and 75% effaced, and my cervix is favorable, in her words. She was very happy. I am further along than I was last week. Last week at 37 weeks, I was between 1 and 2 centimeters and about 50% effaced. So definitely better than last week. And I didn't ask her, and she didn't say anything about, oh, do you think you could go early or anything like that. I just kind of figure baby will come when baby comes, and that's probably what she would have told me too. She does like babies to be born sometime between 40 and 41 weeks, in that range. From the research she's done, she just thinks that's the best time for babies to be born, in her professional opinion. So if at my 40-week appointment he hasn't arrived, we'll probably go ahead and look at some induction dates and get something on the calendar. She said if we do an induction, just because of how I've already progressed so much and because my cervix is, again, favorable, she thinks the induction would go pretty quickly for me. So that was nice to hear. And she also told me, I didn't know this either, that the chances of a C-section happening with either, or like an induction ending in a C-section or spontaneous labor ending in a C-section, the chances of those both ending in a C-section is about 30%. So that made me feel a little bit better. I do know a lot of the moms in the groups that I'm in talk about inductions is when you have Pitocin, when they break your waters. Usually with Pitocin, your contractions can be much more painful than if you were just in natural or spontaneous labor. So I'm a little nervous about that, but I don't have to worry about that yet. We still have a good week and a half at least to go, but it is crazy to think, 2 weeks from now, we could have a baby, which is crazy. And I told my doctor, it's just sometimes still can't believe it. And she kept saying, you're gonna have a baby. So that was fun. She's really nice. I do have to get a COVID-19 test next week. So where they do it, it's just a drive-through. So she's just going to have me go after my 39-week appointment next week to get that done. And they only require the moms to get tested. So Jerome will be with me at the hospital. He's able to be there. Just the one support person right now due to the cases rising in our county. So he is a lucky duck. He doesn't have to get a COVID test, but he'll probably have to wear his mask the whole time while he's there and everything. So I'm just, hoping, trying to get some walking in, and just hoping okay, it's been such a great pregnancy so far. Hopefully the labor and delivery is smooth and fairly quick. But we'll see what happens. So I definitely still have heartburn, and some acid reflux is now happening. So I only take Tums for it. I don't have a prescription. The Tums, honestly, I have one, and it's usually amazing. It just works. It's pretty fantastic. But I did wake up this morning, I think, or maybe it was the other night. I think my body was trying to burp while I was sleeping, and I woke up with where you vomit a little bit in your mouth, but it just has that taste and everything. I didn't have vomit on my pillow or anything like that. And so I was like, oh my gosh, that was not fun. So that was probably one of the not great things about pregnancy, I guess. I did have a question from last week. Somebody said, what's the most embarrassing or TMI thing that's happened to you? I honestly, throughout this whole pregnancy, have not noticed an increase in gassiness, or I don't have hemorrhoids. any of that kind of stuff. I will say I had sore hips, and I feel like they started really quickly once I found out I was pregnant, from sleeping on either side. But my awesome sister-in-law and brother gave me a pregnancy pillow, and it was instant relief. Like, I slept with it the first night, and the next day my hips were no longer sore. So that was pretty awesome. So I had, and that was probably, at that point I was probably like 17 weeks pregnant, maybe 18. So the pillow definitely helped me with my sore hips. The acid, or not the acid reflux, but the heartburn has been around for a while. I've gone through quite a few Tums, I'd say, just like 1 or 2 a day. Some days nothing, I don't have to take one, just kind of random. It doesn't seem like it's triggered by a certain food or anything. My cravings right now, I would say cereal, but I don't know if I'd call it a craving. Like, I don't have to have it or I'm gonna lose my head. I haven't had a lot of cravings. Mainly it's more so been aversions to foods, and that's been true this whole pregnancy, even now. Same with smells. There are certain smells that I'm just like, can't do it. We have a candle that I really loved the scent of when we first got it, and just one of those things. I just loved how it smelled, and now if Jerome lights it, I'm like, can you please put that out, because I can't stand it. So yeah, I don't think it's been anything crazy. Like I said, I haven't really noticed an increase in gassiness. I haven't noticed an increase in my emotions, at least not in sad emotions. I haven't really cried of sadness, like from things I've read or seen on TV, things like that. And maybe it's just because I'm avoiding them. But I have noticed that when I find things funny, like really funny, I laugh until I cry. And I'm like the opposite of what I think a lot of people would see like pregnant women being, where they are so sad they cry when they're pregnant. I think things are so funny, I'll just laugh until I cry. And you can ask my sister about this, because she has had to put up with me on the phone like 3 times at this point, where I'm just like cackling hysterically and crying because things are so funny to me. So yeah, I think that's about it for this update, really. Still feeling pretty good. I don't mind that I'm still pregnant. I'm not really hoping and wishing that he would come ASAP. I'm just kind of enjoying the last little bit of time we have together, which shouldn't be sad because he's going to be here and that's exciting. But it is exciting. It's fun to feel his little kicks and roll arounds and things like that. And so I'll definitely miss that aspect of it. What was I going to say? I was going to say, I definitely have noticed, especially this last week, some days I will have like sharp pains. Like usually, like my uterus right now is huge. It's very big. It literally goes from here down. But it feels like pains, like if my uterus was a normal size, kind of like cramps. If you're a woman, you know what I mean. That's where it like happens, is down lower. So if I move too fast, like if I try walking too fast, I have to slow down because it'll be like pain, pain, pain. Or if I sit a certain way, it's painful. I definitely think Piper, she's upstairs with Jerome right now. I think this last week really is thinking like something's happening soon. I think she's just been a little bit more Velcro than normal, which is saying a lot if you have spent any amount of time with her. It's pretty cute. I'm excited to see her relationship with the baby for sure. So I definitely think, my body is responding appropriately to getting towards the end of pregnancy. I'm not concerned about any of the pains that I've been feeling or anything like that, and my doctor's not either. If they were prolonged, like usually if I'm walking and I feel a pain, like I said, if I slow down, it doesn't happen. if it was prolonged, like if it didn't go away, I'd be more concerned. But I think it's just my body being like, whoa, we've got some things happening right now. You need to slow down. So, yes. But we are getting closer. Thank you all for all of the well wishes. I think a lot of people enjoyed seeing the update from last week, so I just wanted to do another one for this week. This weekend is my sister's birthday. It's on Sunday. It's also my friend Alyssa's birthday on Sunday too. My sister really wants the baby born on Sunday. I don't quite think that's going to happen. I don't think we'll have a baby by this time next week either, but who knows, I'm completely fine, but I know that you can just wake up and it's ready. It's time. So we'll see what happens, but I think I'll see you guys next week for 39 weeks without a baby. Still have a bump. I'll show you. This is what, for me, 38 weeks looks like right now. I don't know if there's a noticeable difference anymore from last week to this week, but it is what it is. It doesn't feel any bigger or anything like that. So, yes, but I hope you guys are all staying safe and healthy, and I'll see you guys later.